Getting right into it, this is just something I want to quickly show off that I've gone over in a couple of videos already now. This is the Marvel vs. Capcom Maximum Mugen project that was worked on by PizzaHighFive. He's even went out of his way to create a few new characters of his own, as well as rebalancing the game, putting it together, and it was something that he's diligently worked on for 3 years. It's really well made. Again, he didn't really make everything that's shown here from scratch. So let me explain it in short really quick. Mugen is a free, sort of collab project. Anyone can make any character they want for it. Anyone can rip characters from other games and put them in here if they so choose to. In fact, a lot of these characters you're even going to recognize from the first couple of Marvel vs. Capcom games and other various titles. And it's really cool what some people in the community are able to do. Like, they've even recreated Zero from the Marvel vs. Capcom games into here, and that's really well made. And PizzaHighFive made his own version of X, which is just as incredible. But anyway, you can look into the characters' game files to find out who made what, who worked on what, etc. There are just a lot of really talented people in the community. But anyway, just gonna do a quick match, show off a couple characters, and then call it. And the presentation for this game is also just really spectacular. It looks like it's an actual developed game that was put up on sale. But I'll stop gushing, I'll just get into a quick match. So we're just gonna do that real quick. And hold on, there's something on my screen. Yeah, I'm really fickle whenever it comes to my screen. I want to make sure that it stays as in pristine condition as possible. And this is one thing I can definitely say might need a little bit of working on, because if you go to turns, that's the only way to add more than 2 characters to your team. But other than that, it's completely fine. And you can have up to 4 characters in one team. You can have them come in as assists by hitting A and Z at the same time. And you can mess around with the controls at your own leisure and the options. It's really not that difficult. And it can be played with most controllers also, so that's also really cool. This is a team that you're going to see probably if you go and watch the trailer. Link to it, of course, will be in the description. This is the team that I usually like to run. I like to run X-Zero, Iron Man, and War Machine. They just have such great synergy together. If I could just find War Machine, there he is. And I'm probably going to get my ass kicked. I'm not very talented at traditional fighters, and before anyone says anything about Smash, that does not count as a traditional fighter. I'm talking about the standard one-on-one, you're on a 2D plane. You can't really go as all over the place as you could, like in Smash Bros, for example. But he did edit the stages to have 1.1 to 1.1, so there's actually more room to fight in all these stages, and that's another really cool thing he's put in here. There's so many stages to pick. And it's going to put me against 4 random opponents, and again, I'm probably going to get my ass kicked. I'm not really that too good at traditional fighters. Now, if it were something like Smash, I'd probably do a lot better at it, but it's not, so you get to watch me suffer, I suppose. Put out Web Spider's ability. That's actually from my favorite Mega Man X game, X4. And there's the Triad Thunder from the first couple. And it's really cool what he's done with this X. A lot of these moves you're going to recognize, especially if you're a fan of the X games. There's so much care and attention and detail went into making his own X. It's certainly better, I think, than the one we got for Infinite. Because I saw Infinite and I was not impressed at all. I was kind of disappointed, if I'm being honest. And this is a really cool super he's put in. X goes into his ultimate armor, just blasts the hell out of his opponent. And we have another favorite of mine, Strider Hiryu, which, fun fact, if you play Generations Ultimate Monster Hunter, you can actually get an outfit that looks just like his. It's pretty cool. You get his weapon, too. It's Capcom, so, of course. he just made X so amazing when it comes to comboing. Give him so many tools to work with. It's actually very similar to the to this Zero that was made. That's in this mugen also. Trying to switch to him, and Strider's not letting me. There we go, I was able to switch. And I went to War Machine by mistake. Trying to do the one where he shoots the cannon. There we go. Switch to Zero, please. Okay, I unfortunately lost X in the process, but that was bound to happen at some point. Again, I'm not very good at these traditional fighters. And this character is actually really broken, so I'm trying to be careful here. And I'm stuck in block. Yeah, that's another minor thing about Mugen you're gonna find, is that sometimes it can be a little glitchy. Not too terrible or game-breaking, though. And you can easily just do a reset with F4. And I'm actually going to switch out to Iron Man, because that's a lot easier to deal with this guy. Supposedly. There we go. And what's really cool is you can even, like, swap out opponents mid-special and chain them together. I didn't have another gauge there, so I couldn't. Jesus, he's strong. And you can also even fly with Iron Man and War Machine on this, believe it or not. It's a little dangerous to do so, though, so I'm not really going to show that off here. Especially not against this guy. Alright, there we go. That wasn't too bad. So, as you can see, the presentation is amazing. Like, just the menus, the interface, it all looks really good, and this is probably my favorite thing about it right here, the aftermath screen. Just looks so well done. But that's what I'm gonna call it for the Teamverse. I don't just want to show off a couple characters that I'm really into. Just gonna show off Dormammu and Carnage. I think PizzaHighFive worked on this Carnage. It's actually a good mix of two other versions of Carnage that are already up for Mugen. And let's put him against, let's put him against Scream. Scream, I'm not sure a lot of people, you people may be aware of Scream's existence. So Scream is essentially just another symbiote. If you want to find out more about her, I would say go and look at the comics. It's funny, she was actually on a Spider-Man ride at Universal before that got taken down. I don't even know if it's still around or not. It might have been moved. I don't know. But I just love what he did with this Carnage. It's just so brutal. And good news, we actually may even be getting a Carnage, the Carnage movie, you know, fall next year. I think it's already, you know, planned. So I'm very much excited for that. Because Carnage is actually my favorite Marvel character. I don't know if I've, you know, ever stated that yet. I forget, is it down back, down back? Yeah, it's down back, down back. And this is his hyper. So awesome. And if any of you watch Death Battle, you may recognize that this is very similar to a Carnage you saw in, I think it was fighting Neo. It's not the exact same, Again, this is actually part of the one that was shown in there. He essentially took like the best things about two other existing Carnages and put them into one character, and I think that the result is amazing. But anyway, I just want to show off Dormammu really quick, and this is made by a very talented individual by the name of someone who goes by The Infinite. And I would certainly go and check him out, if anything, just for this character, because he does such good work. And I just want to show off a couple of his moves really quick. His voice lines are sick, too. That's a black hole. Apparently you can also fire a shot. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. You can also do things like this. Depending on which order you do them in, you'll get different specials. Just such a really well-made character. I'll show off one more special and then probably call it there.
Welcome to my realm.
But anyway, that is more or less Marvel vs. Capcom Maximum. There are other modes. A lot of fun to be had with this game, and by the way, you can even play this online. And they've got their own Discord server, so a link to the trailer will be in the description. I would definitely recommend going and check that out, especially if you're into the Marvel vs. Capcom series. But I thank you all for stopping by. I will see you in the next one. Peace.